Hey Soul Fam, thank you for being here today. Today we're going to do a meditation that is going to initiate you into the 5D Christ consciousness. And if you've been like on the verge or on the edge and you're like, when is it going to happen? I already know what needs to happen. Like I have the vision, I can see it, like it's so close, but you just feel a little stuck. Like maybe you have a job, or maybe you're just in a fascist country or something like that, and you're like, how am I going to anchor this Christ grid? Like, how am I going to do this? Well, this meditation will help you activate. There's some roosters in the background and some hens helping also with the sound frequencies of this. They're okay if you can hear them. So we're going to be working with our hearts as normal. We're going to be working with some more people coming on to the call here. Okay, so we're going to be working with the energy of the earth as always, the sun, which is bringing us the codes through. We're going to be working with our own vessels. So, you know, you may see me and you may think, oh, it's freezing here in California or Ireland or Wales, or there's not so many fruit in the desert, or wherever you are. But it doesn't matter. Where I'm living in this tropical paradise, which is actually quite dry right now, here there's another set of problems. Here there's hurricanes, there's mafia, there's mosquitoes, there's mudslides. So it doesn't matter where you are, we're going to be having to bring these codes through in the snow, in the desert. Don't compare yourself to me. You're anchoring in heaven on earth wherever you are, and whatever I'm saying, it's just like little sparks of reflection for you. All of your answers are going to come from inside of you. All of your projects, your artistic inspiration. Like if I serve as an inspiration for you, well, that makes me happy, but ultimately you need to be looking inside. So this meditation is to get you undeniably connected, unshakably anchored in your own truth. And the more you commit to living your truth, not what you're thinking you should do, not what you feel pressured to do, not what you're comparing yourself about other people, but your own actual, like your mission and what your heart is guiding you to do, that is how you're going to bring the Christ grid through. And so from right where you're standing right now, you might be like, how am I going to do that? There's laws here. I have a mortgage to pay. Like I have to go to work. Like if they shut the heat off or whatever it is, like I don't know the answers. You have a unique set of circumstances. If you were living where I live, you probably couldn't survive either, like if you didn't have the right mindset. You know what I mean? So like you have to have the right mindset for wherever you are. And that's all the answers of how to completely transform reality at that spot on the globe is going to come through you, a unique set of solutions. And this is going to require courage. And what is courage? Courage is an activation of the heart. The courage comes from your corazón, from your heart. So that's what we're doing today. We're committing to our hearts. We're committing to bringing through the Christ frequency through our hearts. So let's begin with our grounding meditation, and we will end by amplifying and anchoring into the Christ grid, the heaven on earth, the kingdom of heaven that is already inside of us. You already hold the codes. You're so close. You're just bringing it through. You're anchoring it through on behalf of that space where you are. Okay, so here we go. I invite you to relax your body, straighten your spine, close your eyes or lower your gaze. Make your breath slightly deeper than normal and allow each inhale to hook any tension and each exhale to release tension. Feel where you're holding tension, let your inhale hook into it, loosen it up, and your exhale release. Just feel your breath moving through your body, this respiration, this spirit. Allow yourself to be embodied by sending your breath deep into your vessel. Feel how your vessel is alive, awake, electric. Now I want you to get in contact with the energy of the earth right where you are, that very special place, wherever this is. Maybe it's very cold where you are right now. Maybe it's very dry. Maybe it's raining. Who knows? We're all over the globe, all of us. Notice what her personality is like right there. How does the air feel? How does the sun hit? What kinds of plants, animals grow there? What are the rocks like? What are the minerals like? What does the air smell like? If she was a drum beat right at that spot, what would the drum beat sound like? What does she sound like right there? Now imagine that you are her. You're like a clay figurine coming out of the earth. You are the earth animated. Feel yourself. Imagine that you're dancing with the rhythm of her expression. What does it feel like to be this connected to the earth, right at that spot where you are? Is she sexy? Is she solemn? Is she bitter? Is she rigid? Is she angry? Is she hot? Is she spicy? Is she a volcano? Is she dry? What does she feel like? How does she want to express through you? Is she fierce? Is she angry? Does she want to have an earthquake or a fire, or does she want to just like burst open in flowers? So now, still feeling yourself as her, send your roots into the earth. You're connected to her, but you also are her. And send your roots all the way to the core, and imagine that there's other conscious beings around the globe also embodying and expressing the truth of the earth in her evolution right now. And just imagine that you're receiving the light of the sun through your crown and through your skin. Welcome this light in as you stay anchored in the earth. Let it pour through the earth. It's cleansing, nourishing, upgrading. Send the command to your DNA to allow this sunlight to activate and awaken your DNA. Feel it doing so. And turn yourself into a channel of light, letting this light continuously pour through you, filling you up, cleansing, nourishing, upgrading, rejuvenating. And then you're just overflowing. You receive and you give, and the more you give, the more you receive, pouring it into the core of the earth until So many of us are doing this, that she is just filling up with light, and she is now beginning to glow all around her crust. You can see through her valleys, through her fault lines, through her sacred spaces. She is glowing, and this light is just seeping out of her. And that people who are not even conscious are now getting the effects. They're just feeling this glow. And you can imagine that this light that's coming through has the feeling quality of love, forgiveness, joy, playfulness, lightness of being. Did I say forgiveness? I'll say it again, forgiveness. It has a feeling of ease. So let that feeling wash through you and then come back up through the earth, so that people, a child playing in a forest somewhere, or even someone in a war zone, not even thinking about meditation, can begin to feel this. They can begin to pick up this vibration from the collective field. It's radiating out through the earth's crust. Now I want you to imagine anywhere on the earth that's extra crusty, extra bitter, extra rigid, extra asleep. I want you to imagine that the crust is kind of like cracking awake. She's like a bitter old lady that someone just brought her flowers. And she like doesn't feel like smiling, but she is smiling because somewhere deep in her heart there's a little bit of sweetness still. Just sending love to those more stuck places on the earth. Just imagine that all around the earth there are being altars built for her. People are bringing her flowers. They're bringing flowers to her waters. They're bringing flowers to her deserts, to her rocks. People are recognizing the beauty, honoring, connecting, awakening. Places that have been forgotten, that have been deemed ugly or normal or not special, are now being seen as sacred and magical, powerful. The energy is coming back online. Now I want you to get in contact with the energy of your own heart, as if your heart was your brain and your heart was your eyes. Embody, just pretend like you're just one giant heart. We're not even going to go into our hearts. We're going to become our hearts. What does it feel like to flood your whole aura with your heart energy? You don't even have to try. You don't have to lower your awareness into your heart and try to see the world through there. You're just walking in that way. What does it feel like to walk embodying your heart's energy? Everywhere you go, you're radiating the feeling of a hug, of forgiveness, of love, of safety, of comfort, of laughter, of friendship. People who don't even know you, they can just feel this in your vibe when they come near you. They feel this heart energy, which can also be fierce if it needs to be. It's like a fire. It can be warming, comforting, and it can also burn off what it needs to. So just feel yourself walking with that fire in your heart activated. It's in your whole aura. So it's simultaneously protecting you from any density, bullshit, darkness, because everything just gets illuminated immediately. but also to the right people that come in the right way with respect, it feels so comforting, cozy, warming, welcoming. So feel yourself walking through the world with that kind of power. You're not afraid of anything. The darkness can't even stand against you because you are the light. So now that we are walking in this consciousness of our hearts, I want you to focus into the heart of your heart, and I want you to silently say to yourself, and say it in your own words, silently connecting with the heart of your heart as you're letting this whole vibration radiate out all around you. Say, I commit to living the truth of my heart. I know this is the way, the truth, and the light. I know this is the way to heaven on earth. I trust the truth of my heart. I can speak my truth with kindness. I can live my truth with kindness. I am compassionate, but I don't feel guilty for showing up in the truth of my heart. And I want you to silently commit to listening to the voice of your heart. Any little tugging or nagging on your consciousness that you've been putting off, I want you to bring it to the forefront, and I want you to commit to following through on the instructions that your heart is giving you. I want you to make a commitment to yourself now to live from the heart. Trusting that you will be supported. You will be supported in every way. You will be supported with resources, with community, with health. You are supported as you live from the heart. Commit to that. What would it be like if you fully stepped into that right now? Imagine that the people around you are also living fully from their hearts. Your hearts are dreaming one dream. You can see that the other part of the world that's not at this level is lovingly crumbling beneath the structure that we're creating. Being recycled into fertilizer for our flowers. Taking a moment to speak to yourself, taking a moment to commit to your own heart. Wherever you've been ignoring it, turning the volume down, putting it off, just take this moment to commit to listening to it, turning the volume up, taking action, trusting that the instructions that it's giving you are leading you to heaven on earth, even if it makes you feel like a crazy person. Trusting that this grid that we're anchoring into is way, way, way more powerful than the grid that's falling away. So the grid that's falling away is going to be like, you can't do that. You're going to starve. You're going to be stoned, you're going to be burned at the stake, you're going to be homeless. But it's just not true, because the truth of the heart is so much more powerful. So just anchor into that. Anchor into the knowing that whatever crazy ass instructions that your heart is giving you, that it's also supported by something that's more powerful than the grid that's falling away. it's a more ancient truth. It's a truer truth than the small, fragile, superimposed rules that we have been living by in our recent history. Okay, we're gonna stay here for one more minute. I want you to drop your entire consciousness into your heart, as if your heart has a brain and your heart has eyes, and feel the heart of your heart, and feel that all around you you're radiating warmth, but go deep into your own core, your own truth, your own Christ expression, the own purity of your unique expression, and commit to that now. For one more minute, just stay in that vibration. Speak to yourself. Listen to yourself. Make that connection. And if you feel afraid, just go back to the heart and remember that fear is false evidence appearing real. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being so courageous to live from your heart. This is how we're bringing the Christ grid through. And these new ways that we're bringing through that may appear to be crazy compared to the set of laws that we're going against and things like that. Those laws are so flimsy. Those laws are so man-made they're man-made from a way that's like not coming with a lot of force. When we're moving with the Tao, when we're moving with the laws of vibrational energy, when we're moving with love, we have so much force behind us. And one conscious person living from our heart, we overpower. I don't really know. They've actually done studies on this, the Heart Math Institute, but it's like we're like 100 times more powerful than someone who's living at a lower consciousness. So take courage as you're walking this path, and thank you for being here, and thank you for dreaming this dream with me. It's one heart, one dream. And if you need additional support, you can reach out at lovelikeanocean.com. It's a pleasure to serve you.